Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. Hey, as we're settling in, welcome. Oh my God, I am overwhelmed with the number of people and the amount of love in this room. So, wow, thank you. How's everybody doing? Love it. All right, our opening song, Hine Matov. Let's do it.
Hine matov, ya la la ya la 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 la. Hine matov, ya la la ya la 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 la. Hine matov u'manayim, ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Hine matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad.
I would like to invite Rabbis Rooks, Rapport, and Lev to come up to do candles and kiddush for us.
Would the congregation please rise and join us on page 2. Well, actually 3. O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and into our lives.
Bless all who enter this sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love.
Please join us. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Please join me on page 4. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen. Praise you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen. Amen.
Chaim.
L'chaim. You may be seated. Page 8. Let's read together. I begin with a prayer of gratitude for all that is holy in my life. God needs no words, no English or Hebrew, no semantics and no services, but I need them. Through prayer, I can sense my inner strength, my inner purpose, my inner joy, my capacity to love. As I reach upward in prayer, I sense these qualities in my Creator. To love God is to love each other, to work to make our lives better. To love God is to love the world God created and to work to perfect it. To love God is to love dreams of peace and joy that illumine all of us and to bring that vision to life. In the glowing light of the Shabbat candles, I want to take a moment just to invite us all for a moment of pause. Maybe close your eyes if you feel comfortable. As you feel your breath leave, think of something from the week that you want to let go of. And as you breathe in that new space, I invite you to welcome in newness and rest and love. And as we open our eyes, we turn to page 20 for Lecha Dodi, to welcome Shabbat. We rise physically, spiritually, or both as we turn to page 28 for the Baruch Hu. Page 30. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chokhmah poteach she'alim, uvitvuna mishenei itim, Umachalif et hazamanim, Umasader et hakochavim b'mishmerotehem barakia kirtono. We read the English at the bottom of the page together. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, away from darkness and darkness away from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzevaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on the evening. Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim. Page 33. Let's read together at the top of the page. As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Blessed are you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Page 34. You may be seated.
And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul,
And with all your
mind. And these words which I command you on this day shall be upon your heart,
shall be
upon your heart, and you shall teach them diligently unto your children, and you shall speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up, and when you rise up, and you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be for frontlets between your eyes, and you shall write them on the doorposts of your house, and upon your gates, and upon your gates, and you may remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God.
Page 39. Let's read together at the top of the page. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. We turn to page 40 to sing the song our ancestors sang as they crossed the Sea of Reeds, Mi Chamocha.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh.
Page 43. We read together at the bottom of the page. Give us a place to rest, Adonai our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft, long evening shadows of your truth. For with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Page 44 for my favorite song.
Yismechu v'malechutecha, Shomrei, 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 Shabbat, V'korei, Oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha, Shomrei, 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 Shabbat, V'korei, Oneg Shabbat. Mekadeshi Shevi Shabbat, Kulam Yisviu V'tangu mitovecha Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha, Shomrei, 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 Shabbat, V'korei Oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha, Shomrei, 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 Shabbat, V'korei Oneg Shabbat. V'hashir ratzita bo v'kidashto Shabbat. Chemdat yamim oto karata Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha, Shomrei, 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 Shabbat, V'korei Oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha, Shomrei, 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 Shabbat, V'korei
Lema'aseh Bereshit Shabbat. Zecher Lema'aseh Bereshit Shabbat.
Yismechu v'malechutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat, v'korei oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat, v'korei oneg Shabbat.
Thanks for indulging me in that. Oh, so good, so good. All right, deep breath. We turn to page 46. We rise physically, spiritually, or both for the tefillah.
Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Sabtai Tiftat. Na 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 Ufi Yagid. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha.
Na 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 na
Adonai.
na Sabtai Tiftat. Na na na
Ufi Yagid.
Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Na na na
Adonai. Na Sabtai Tiftat. Ufi Yagid. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanorah El Elyon, Komer Chasadim Tovim, V'koneh Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot V'imahot, U'mevii Geula Livnei V'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Bezrat Sarah. We turn to page 50 and we read together the English at the bottom of the page. You are forever mighty, Adonai. You give life to all. You rain dew upon us. You sustain life through love, giving life to all. Through great compassion, supporting the fallen, healing the sick, freeing the captive, keeping faith with those who sleep in the dust. Who is like you, source of mighty acts? Who resembles you, a sovereign who takes and gives life, causing deliverance to spring up, and faithfully giving life to all? Blessed are you, Adonai, who gives life to all. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye Hakol. Page 52. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who wholly praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. You may be seated. We turn to page 61. Read together at the top of the page. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Eternal One, who blesses our people with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hamvarech et amo Yisrael, LaShalom.
Shalom, Rabbi Yisrael, Amcha Tasim, Leolam. Shalom, Rabbi Yisrael, Amcha Tasim. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. V'tov b'necha levarech et amcha Yisrael b'chol b'tuvcho sha'a b'shlomecha. Baruch atah Adonai, oseh hashalom.
We take a moment for a silent prayer, a meditation, or just a nice moment of quiet to enjoy the holy space we've created here together tonight. We all need healing at different points in our lives. Healing of body, of mind, of spirit. I want to invite us to take a moment to think of those in our lives that are in need of healing. Whether it be you, loved one, family member, friend, anyone you may be thinking of tonight. As we name them in our hearts, we turn to page 253 to sing together the Mishaberach, our prayer for healing.
Mishaberach Avotenu Mekor habracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishaberach imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov mishkenotecha Yisrael. Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov mishkenotecha Yisrael. How beautiful are your tents, O Jacob, your dwelling places, O Israel. This song, Ma Tovu, is one of my favorites. We know what my favorite is. But this one, Ma Tovu, it's beautiful because it helps me know that I'm entering into a liminal space, a space of physical and spiritual transition. Ma Tovu is most generally sung when entering a worship space and preparing for prayer in the morning, and for me, it's one of my favorite ways to begin the Shabbat morning service. Now, one of the things I love about our prayer book is that it has great footnotes. I love a good source citation. So if we turn to page 74, we stumble upon the words of Ma Tovu. And if we look at the bottom of the page, in that nice little handy footnote there, we see that this song comes from Numbers 24, verse 5, which happens to be in this week's Torah portion. Hey, we got it. In this transitional moment from prayer into exploration of the Torah, I wanted to begin by catching us off guard a little bit and singing together. So thank you for those who kind of jumped in. It was nice. So now that we know where this song falls in our service, our ritual, let's explore where it falls in our Torah narrative. So our Torah portion begins with Balak, the king of Moab, who hires Balaam, a sorcerer of sorts, to curse the Israelites. As Balaam sets out on his journey to curse the Israelites, his donkey speaks to him and ends up teaching him a thing or two. When Balaam and his talking donkey finally approach the Israelite encampments, he has a complete change of heart and blesses the Israelites instead of cursing them. So, interestingly to me because I'm a huge Hebrew nerd, but the Hebrew root for bless and curse can be the same depending on the context. So a blessing can easily become a curse, and a curse can easily become a blessing, depending on how we use it. Moments like this are some of my favorite in the entire Torah. Moments when characters in the story are so caught off guard by wonder and beauty that something miraculous happens. In this case, after being egged on by his talking donkey, Balaam was so caught off guard by the beauty and light of the Israelites' presence that he couldn't help but sing, Ma Tovu. It's interesting, too, that we get the name of Jacob in this instance. Jacob's been gone, long gone. Last time we saw him was way back in Bereshit in Genesis. So why choose Jacob out of all the characters that came before? Well, as Balaam turns his face towards the wilderness and sees the Israelites, the Ruach Elohim, the Spirit of God, rests upon him, and song bursts out of him. If we think back to Jacob's story, we may remember that he had this strange dream of angels ascending and descending on a mystical ladder right in front of him. In that moment, when he wakes up, Jacob was caught off guard by the wonder being so close to God that he couldn't help but shout out, "Surely God was in this place, and I had no idea." So Ma Tovu, the song of Balaam, the Moabite sorcerer, connects the wonder of the closeness to God that Jacob experienced all those years ago to the wonder of encountering a people he had never met before, but whose light shined so brightly at that moment, he couldn't help but bless instead of curse. The song that we sing as we enter into a worship space kind of gets us ready for prayer, and it serves as a reminder that God is in this place, even if we don't know it. It's also a reminder that God is in each person and each encounter that we have, even if we don't know it. The Zohar, a mystical commentary on the Torah, teaches that there is a spark of the divine in each and every person, just waiting to be discovered in that moment of surprise and wonder. So this Shabbat, in this moment where we sit in liminal space between rest and awe, I want to invite each of us to explore some of our Ma Tovu moments and connections. Where do we find moments of grounding in transition? Can we think of moments in our lives when we are so caught off guard by beauty and emotion that we couldn't help but sing or dance or cry? What are some ways that we can be intentional in our transitions, opening ourselves up to the wonder that life can share with us? So on this Shabbat, it is my prayer that each of us can sit in that space of transition, answering the invitation to open ourselves to the wonder and the surprise that the holiness life can bring. Shabbat Shalom. We rise physically, spiritually, or both as we turn to page 283 for Aleinu. We read together in the middle of the page, "Let us adore the ever-living God and render praise unto you, who spreads out the heavens and established the earth, whose glory is revealed in the heavens above, and whose greatness is manifest throughout the world. You are our God, there is none else." Be seated. We read together at the top of page 287. May we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding, loved each of us for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech, and may we never lift up our hand but to conquer fear and doubt and despair. Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of freedom, and of peace.
למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו God's name will be one.
Page 288. When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved, and if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me best by letting hands touch hands, by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die, people do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. This evening in our community we are remembering Yonatan Zabrowski, Anna Luz Gonzalez, Minna Benjamin, Richard Cantor, Harold Miller, Harriet Friedberg Pitluck, Joseph Schuster, Alex Spielberg, Kurt Frank, Gail Garlove, Max Gordon, Otto Harrison, Eleanor Harrison, Cindy Coach, Elaine Lipsky, Norton Cohen, Elaine Eager, Jean Friedberg, Maxine Friedman, James Glasscock, Daryl Goldberg, Harvey Rooks, Ellen Faye Garman, Ellis Ballew, Charles Bensinger Sr., Gerald Boguslavsky, Yetta Hoffman, Shirley Schwartz, Benjamin Abrams, Edith Friedman, Shirley Jaffe, George Sivak, Edwin P. Solomon, Samuel Weintraub, Bluma Butslova, Harry Meyer, Max Schulwolf, Bernard Cohen, Bayette Abramson, Shelley Abramson, and in recent days, Edith Rowland. We think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. I invite you to rise, physically, spiritually, or both, according to your custom, on page 294 for Kaddish Yatom, the Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabba, ve'elma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chai echon u'vyom echon, u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kaliv v'imru, Amen. Yehei shemei Rabba mevarach le'elam u'lalmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, V'yit hadar, v'yit haleh, v'yit halal, shemei dikudisha barichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechamata, da'amiran be'alma, v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'el kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'mramah, hu yasei shalom, aleinu ve'el kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Zichronam levracha, may their memories forever be a blessing. You may be seated. Our closing song is Osei Shalom.
Osei shalom b'mromah, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Osei shalom b'mromah, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen.
One of my favorite things about the... Let's go. Yes. One of my favorite things about the Shabbat morning service is the chaos of the Torah service. And we don't have a Torah service on Friday night. So I want to invite a little chaos in doing the motzi. So anyone who wants to come up and help lead motzi, come on up. Nobody has to. It's just an open invitation. I can hang out up here by myself and with Avery. From down there? All right. Okay. Sweet. We got some volunteers. Let's go. It's still wrapped, so it's fresh. I know, right?
That's my daughter's last mitzvah.
Okay.
All right, mazel tov. Well, hey. Sweet. All right. Oh. There we go. Short version or the longer camp version? Camp version. Let's do it. Bread, anyone? We can throw some. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. B'tevo. Okay, cheers. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Thank you for being here, filling this room with so much joy and love. Go have some food. Meet each other. Say Shabbat shalom to somebody you don't know.
I'm Shannon. Melanie